Well, America's outrage is going to continue to be the center stage in the New York courtroom today as the trustee overseeing the General Motors bankruptcy and the automaker's unsecured bondholders make their case to block the hefty paychecks for two firms handling GM's restructuring. Joining me now from Flint, Michigan is John Milne, a General Motors small bondholder, and with me here in New York, Jerry Silberman, the CEO of Corporate Turnaround and Fox Business's Chris Cotter. Good morning, guys.
Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, let's get started with Jerry. I know you guys are frustrated. $130 million for this restructuring by two firms. Is this legit?
And it may be over by the end of August or early August. It's a lot of money. Just do the math for 2 months' work. That may be $130 million plus. You're forgetting the discretionary bonus and the success fees on top of that as well. That's a lot of money. And if you just do the math and divide by, well, they're talking about paying people $1,000 an hour, up to $1,000 an hour. That's an expert. Anyone who gets $1,000 an hour, you better be an expert at what you do. And if you do the math, how many experts do you need? If you have master chefs, for example, master chefs come in, you're going to have 100 master chefs make you a dinner? Doesn't work that way. You have too many chefs in the kitchen. That's the problem. You have people here that you need some experts, but you need people to actually do the work. I don't have a problem with the success fees. I think everyone should be accountable to some extent. If you do a really good job, get me out in 2 months, you're entitled to success fees. But then the bulk of the money is paid, $130 million is being paid for not success fees. How much, $130 million for 2 months' work. How much could you possibly do? How many people could you hire? What are they doing? I just don't see it.
But Jerry, do people in this country have a small attention span, small memory? I mean, are they going to forget that whole process, or are they so angry that no matter how much you advertise, they're not going to get people into a GM?
They're looking for deals. People are going to be looking for deals. They're all hurting financially right now. Everyone, and you're in competition with foreign companies. Make me a deal. Instead of spending the money on advertising, how about this? We put it towards the cars themselves and give that in the fashion to people. You know, when we say that, we own 60% of GM, it's not we. We don't own it. The government owns it, and that doesn't get me a dividend. That doesn't get me a write-off on any money I've made of loss. So I think that's a misnomer. We don't own it. GM still owns it, and their shareholders own it.
Yeah, that is such a good point, Jerry.
Yeah.
I get emails of people getting fired up about
really
Citigroup and the compensation. They're like, Alexis, I don't think I have a stock certificate at home that says I own Citigroup.
Where's
or
my
I own
upside?
GM.
Right.
Yeah, good point. All right, guys, thank you very much. Great conversation.
Thank you.
John, thanks for joining us.